ready? All right. Could you tell us your name?
My name is James West.
And what year were you born?
Born in 1929.
And where are you from originally?
Right here in Sauter County. Born and raised right here in Portsmouth.
Where did you live in Portsmouth growing up?
Lived on Grandview Avenue in 1809.
So that means, what school did you go to then?
Went to McKinley Grade School, which there is no more.
Let's see. And we asked you to come in and talk about your experiences with the 37 flood. Would you mind telling us some about that?
Well, I guess we can start at the beginning. If you know, at the time when they going to shut the pumps off and let the water in, and at midnight every horn and whistle and bell, church bell, was supposed to ring. And I can remember it just, all that was sounded like a scary thing to me, and I was scared. I was kind of sick in my stomach, and the fact is everybody was up, and I went to bed and curled up in bed. And then when the bells started and the whistles started, which were a lot of whistles back then, had several huge shoe factories. They had Harvest Malker, the railroad. They all had whistles. And I guess that was the beginning. Of course, at the time when it all started, we had anywhere from 18 to 20 some people in our house, and that's mostly what I remember most. Of course, it was all friends and from the church that we attended. After this, the next day after the whistles and they started blowing, and we went down to where one of the people staying with us. They lived on Robinson Avenue, and they had a truck backed in there to get the furniture out because the water was rising. And they just almost stayed, well, they did stay too long. The water wasn't that high, but the truck got stuck in the mud. And I don't remember what after that. I think, if now as I can remember, the fire department brought a big fire engine up and pulled them out. Then, after that, one of the people we had in with us started stealing from us, so they had to run them off. And of course, a lot of the people we was with us we had a lot of the furniture stored in our garage. But beyond that, there's not a whole lot more I recall, because we did go down to all the, like on Grandview and Hutchins, where the water's up on the streets. And of course, we made many trips at the spring, out to Kenny Spring, to get water. We had a little water in the house. We ran the bathtub full so we could flush the commode. And other than that, it was really quite crowded with that many people in there, because one of the couples, the Lowrys, lived on I believe it was 6th Street, and they had a daughter. And the people I was talking about got stuck. They had a daughter about the same age as my sisters. I had 2 sisters too, so we had a house full. Other than that, one story I remember, one of the ladies that was with us, Mrs. Lowry. In our house, when you go to the bathroom, you get to the hall where the stairway is. There's a step down, and you step back up to go to the bathroom. And she was feeling involved. She didn't want to turn the light on, wake anybody up, and boy, she got down there where the opening was, and boy, she rolled all the way down those steps, and there was a lot of steps. But fortunate enough, she wasn't any serious damage. But I really, you don't recall when it was over, when they all left. That's just that first starting, when all the whistles and everything blew. It just unknown thing, and everything going on at the same time. It was really pretty kind of stressful for a 7-year-old. Anyway, yeah.
So what did you all do during the time you were all living there together?
You know, I can't remember really. Of course, I was outside more than I was in. I stayed out there because the people were rather crowded. But we did go places and looked at the flood. And like I say, went to Kenny Spring a lot. And other than that, I guess we all just brought what food we could where you could get it, which was really in short supply because you couldn't get anything in. But I think we ate well. Other than that, that's about it.
Do you remember once the water went down, how long was it before you could go back to school and those sorts of things?
No, I remember there's a lot of people stayed at McKinley, and of course they had to fumigate it and clean it out good before we went back. But I really have no idea. I don't even know when the water went back down. I couldn't tell you the date or anything. I just remember the most wild things, I guess, more exciting things about it.
Do you remember when you were around the town, was it different? Did it seem different than it did before?
Well, only if you couldn't go wherever you wanted to go. You were limited. You really couldn't hardly get out of town. And so you just limited to what you do. You just walk down to where the high water was and see what was going on, watch it come up and go down. And that's near about as I can think of right now.
Is there anything I didn't ask that you think I should have asked?
No, I can't think of anything right now. No, you did a pretty good job.
All right.